Hey guys, just a little tarot scope, I think, 1st of March. I don't know whether or not you've all survived that full moon in Virgo. It was a beautiful moon, but it was a tough one, alright? Virgo, Mercury rules, but everything that we're trying to deal with, everything that we're trying to understand, everyone we're trying to communicate with, maybe that's not been coming through. I talked to you about that last week, I think, just a little giggle there with the physics lesson. Alright, so everybody feeling totally wired, and if you didn't check it out, you can go in and to YouTube and check it out. Alright, I'm going to work again with the Rider-Waite. I like the Radiant deck. They're all old and gnarled. I don't renew my packs. I know a lot of readers renew them. I've got packs here that you will see if you stay with me that are so gnarled, but they are beautiful. I've got some of the original Rider-Waite stuff here, 30 odd years ago, so it'll be interesting. Alright guys, let's have a look and see what's cooking. As I said, that full moon was quite heavy, but good news is Mars skipping into Gemini. It's going to be pretty soon as well, maybe about 3rd or 4th depending on where you are. So today's date's 1st of March. Right, let's have a look. Fabulous. Okay, weight's been lifted, guys. Able to walk away from any sort of heavy sort of emotional stuff, no residual sort of looking back on that, now starting to move forward. So where we felt really weighted, whether or not that is work or waiting on work or waiting for other people to do the goddamn work, this is the energy that we're talking about here. Okay, well, contractual, guys. I need to be seen to doing the right thing. All right, here we have the Hierophant. Okay, quite a spiritual energy, so almost like recharging here, and you're given the keys to go forward with that. Okay, energy of the 5 again. Spoke to you last month in the collective reading about how sometimes we have to sacrifice, all right, to achieve our correct goal, really, to get back on track with the journey. And I think that this is what this is saying. So whether or not this is emotional, guys, heavy duty relationship issues, whether or not it's with the as I said, this guy's quite philanthropic, so hopefully better communications generally coming through. It has not been easy though, right? But again, you're bringing me celebration. I'm pleased to see it. And again, this is my Dr. Lawyer Wawa Chief Energy, guys. Okay, so yeah, getting it right. Authoritative energy. Okay, yeah, okay. This night energy as well, I always say nights are about movement, they're about action, guys. Okay, and I said to you that Mars is making a shift into Gemini now, and this basically says everything it needs to say for me. All right, Mars energy. All right, even though this is an air sign energy, mental energy, the energy of the night, if you like, this is about movement. It's about swifter movements, and again, I think it's about swifter communications, guys, coming in from authoritative figure, if you like, where you felt that you haven't got what you need from them or it or the relationship or whatever's going on. Wow, now we're actually waking up to it big time. All right, so we've got this fabulous 8 of Swords sitting where it is. All right, this for me certainly as we're moving forward this month is a take no prisoners energy. All right, so it's like getting yourself back on top. Now we have got Venus that's made a shift into Pisces as well, guys, so a little bit more chilled, in our approach, so less fizz, a little bit more calm, and I think that we're going to get there. All right, yeah, we will. Again, fabulous. We got this Messenger. All right, pages for me. There is, there's something coming to fruition with this one, but it can be an idea, or it can be a deal that needs to be struck here that has weighted us down. But again, where there have been delays with authoritative figures, or authoritative connections, or even lovers, or not getting what you want from a relationship, that sort of energy where we've been quite limited, which we did talk about Saturn. But again, it is truly the darkest hour before the dawn. We are going to get to the bottom of things. And again, look how much mental energy is on the cards here. All right, so yeah, I think that the culmination of that full moon in Virgo, important. And bearing in mind, Virgo energy on the natural astrological clock rules the 6th house, which is both health and it's work, and it allows us to discriminate, right, better. Particularly now we've got Mars that's moved into Gemini energy, because I think, it has been difficult, I think, with Mars being in Taurus. Taurus, we can make it a little bit lazy. Taurian energy also asks you, particularly when it's in Mars energy, to look at the body. What needs to be changed? What do we need to do to make things right? So whatever this is about here, guys, we're definitely getting it together. Okay, definitely getting it together. We're not having any more of this in whatever guise it's coming. We're not having any more of that. Okay, we're working it through. All right, let's get the last 4 over, guys. Past associations, dealing with that. Again, I've got this energy of page, right? So again, can be small steps, guys, steady steps, right, methodical ones, right, that this page brings forward. All right. And again, this may be, again, something that we're dealing with from the past. We're waiting for messages coming in. It's given us quite a lot of grief here, okay? But ultimately, there is this movement forward. Now, it may well be slow, but, okay, it might not be the foxtrot initially, guys, if we're going to go the way of Strictly Come Dancing, right? But whatever this is, it's telling me slow and steady progress, all right, being made. Again, we bring the energy of the Death card. Again, it's about this transmutation energy, if you like, where we have made that transformation, or we're in the process of doing that, and whether or not, the thing about Mars energy in Gemini as well is flexibility. Gemini is a mental sign. There's more flexibility, and I think that because Mars is the physicality, if you like, of life, right? I'm feeling that there is this energy of having made change or need to make change to ultimately transform and go forward, all right? But there is this end of and beginning of, all right, which is brilliant, okay? There's definitely this sensation of finally, the finality, right, where we can walk through this other gate, guys, okay? And again, keeping it all together, okay? This 2 energy for me, keeping it together. Please look at the imagery on the card here. This is about infinite balance, right? And we haven't got to forget that, guys, that, every atom in our body is cosmic, all right? It's cosmic, all right? It came from it. Whether or not we were trilobites crawling out of the water, we all came from it, guys, and we always must remember that we're still connected to it. So we may lose balance in this earth, but you know what? If we stay strong and faithful in the knowledge that the cosmos is always going to help us out, guys, all right? So even though you might have had a lot of plates spinning, okay, a lot, okay, at the end of the day is going to come together. And whatever this is about, as I said, work, rest, play, lovers, relationships, this is where we're going, all right? Right, before I get into clarifiers, because we've only done 10 minutes, you know me, want to keep chatting, give you a little bit more detail. So I'm going to start sort of scanning the cards now and giving you some clarification before we get the Druid cards out. Okay, so whatever's been waiting us, guys, right, or whatever we felt, oh, I can no longer go on, right, a lot of that energy is also going to be down, I feel, to that Mars energy that we had in Taurus, because it does make us a little bit frustrated and, you know, angry, and when it's in Taurus as well, it can make us real lazy, okay? So, you know, it is important that we remember that. What we've also got, right, coming in here is where things finally, it's a bit like the pipe gets unblocked, guys. So where we've had a blocked pipe, right, this heavy energy that we've been dealing with, that's been the drain cleaner, literally, the drain cleaner. And it may well have been very draining, guys, but at the end of the day, that drain cleaner now is doing its job, all right? It's doing its job, and it's going to push out what needs to be pushed out, okay? It's going to unclog the pipe, and we're going to get the communication that we ultimately need, all right? So whatever it is that's been weighing us, guys, at the end of the day is important. And even though what I'm trying to say here is that, don't forget, we've still got the Aquarian in the sky. So again, it is about this sort of needing to look at things objectively, all right, rather than be overtly subjective with things, okay? It's very important that we are that way. And what this is saying to me here is, again, if we've had situations around very deep emotional issues, if there have been choices to make, for instance, and we've been struggling with that, and again, the Hierophant energy, because it's all of a spiritual marriage, if you like, in a way. It's you know, I need to be seen to be doing the correct thing, and being okay with that. And you know, we need to sort of move away from this very papal, I think, figure, right? And I mean no disrespect to the Catholic faith or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying here, but it is quite papal when I look at it. And what we have to remember is that, you know, this is about doing what's right within the self. I need to be seen to be doing the right thing on a spiritual level. All right, guys, not the energy of you know, well, this is what we should do, or a religion, i.e. man-made religion. We have to remember that Neptune is actually square the nodes as well at the moment, and you know, if you know, Pisces energy, Neptunian energy, we can have confusion, and I spoke about this in my 12 the Aquarius through the 12 houses. Pisces, it is difficult, right, for a lot of energy if you've got a lot in Pisces, that unconditional, just carrying on with it and giving, and you know, just unconditional, conditional. Well, what I'm going to say is I've got that stopping here, right? So there's going to be action. So where there's been non-action, all right, and we've been, you know, in a bit of a malaise, and we thought, oh, I can't handle it, I can't handle the weight, I've got to walk away, I can't cope with it, you know, I'm moving on to something else here, or do I need to move on to something else? But this energy is saying, look, that's about you questioning yourself, doing the right thing, putting the self first. And that's important as well, because there's quite a bit of energy going on here in the sky at the moment, and we've got Libra moon tonight, and that's grand, but it is there's quite a bit of opposition. And I also wanted to say again that you know, it is about serving the self, because if you don't serve the self first, guys, if you don't put petrol in the car for you, in your engine, then you can't go off and help anybody else. So although that sounds selfish, to me that's a healthy sort of energy. So we need to remember that as well, whatever it is that we're going through at the moment. All right, so yeah, things ultimately becoming solved. Fives for me, as you know, I talk about them a lot, and if you come on the course as well, you're going to know about that. We have 2 on the table, so again, pivotal energies. We are feeling this sort of melancholy, sort of, look at what is lost, look at what we have lost. But there is this need to acknowledge the 2 that stand behind, that there is, there is something else here as well. So there are celebrations to be had. We can have guidance or help in a way, but if you don't have that, again, all this mental energy that we've got on the table, you are going to work it out. Okay, it will sort itself out, and bearing in mind, again, I've got these messages coming forward. I've got a couple of pages on the table here with these cards, and I think that we've got the King, we've got the Knight, and again we've got this big Ace connection here. So again, need to think, in a balanced way. Good news coming in. So if we haven't had the doors opening, if we haven't had the results that we want, you could be waiting on your vaccines, you could be waiting on agreements, you could be waiting on whether or not you need to be furloughed or what's going on. But at the end of the day, there is this rebirth energy coming down here, guys, and I think that's going to be grand. Okay, so yeah, that's where we are at the moment this month. So let's see what else we've got going on. So yeah, there is movement finally, and it may well be just a tiny little bit at a time, but it is 1 foot in front of the other, guys, as you make your way through this labyrinth, if you like. It has been very difficult, and we acknowledge virus is not going away. Okay, so again, we just got to go with the flow as Mars moves into Gemini, guys. Try and go with the flow. All right. Yeah, tricky, but it's going to be okay. It's all going to be okay, guys. Give me 3, please, clarifiers. Wow, fabulous. Okay, so we have the 6 of Wands. Okay, so again, this is a card of victory, guys. This is overcoming any issues. I am talking about your sort of health areas, work areas, your personal life, whatever. But I have got you sort of coming forward in a, you're coming home with the bacon, guys. All right. So wherever it is you're going to buy that bacon, whether or not it's bank remortgages, you want to move house, whatever this is about, personal relationships, going towards getting out, whatever this is about, at the end of the day, I've got balance. Wow. Again, you bring the double connection here. Okay. So I've got the High Priest coming in. Again, I need to be seen to be doing the right thing. Do it the right way. Do it methodically. Don't rush into it, right? Take your time, whatever it is, and don't rush out of it either. Okay, wow. This is King of Wands energy. Okay, so yeah, could be a personal relationship, one coming to an end, one beginning, but I think it's all about, bearing in mind this is for the collective, guys, so I think it's all about being able to ease back a little bit on the pedal, not entirely, right, this month, but a little bit of this next couple of weeks, just a little bit. And I think that you're going to find that the wheels become a little bit more fluid, they become a little bit more well-oiled, and you're going to get back into the whole thing a little bit better, because I do think that Mars energy in Taurus, yeah, I think now Mars making this shift into Gemini is going to make a difference. And don't forget that we've also got Venus that's made that move into Pisces, guys, as well. And we've still got Mercury in Aquarius until I think, yeah, about 17th, I think, of this month, sorry. So, it's going to pick up. And I certainly feel by the time we get to the end of March, there's quite a lot of doors opened, literally. So for how long, we don't know. Again, we acknowledge, right, that we still got the virus, but yeah, it's going to be a lot better this month. Hope that's helped you guys. Bye now.